Welcome back to Garden Talk with Teresa. And this episode, spring has finally sprung. I'm sure everyone is excited about that, as I am. And we're going to have a little bit of a switch up today. We're going to go from celebrating all of the blooming daffodils to talking about some skincare issues. With the spring, it's not just the planting and all the new fresh growth that we have to protect our skin, especially if we love to garden and spend time outside, whether it be, sports or boating or just going for walks. So a lot of information, stay tuned, and we're going to start out with John Hirschbach at Newport.
Hello and welcome back to Garden Talk with Teresa. We are here in lovely Newport, surprise, surprise, right, where you'll always find me. And we are here with, incognito, is John Hirschbach. And he is the man behind these festivities. We're going to ask him some questions and get a little bit of the background of what's happening here today and the rest of the month. This is what they call Daffodil Days. And I know I've mentioned it in the past on my show, but I'm going to ask John to explain a little bit of how this all came about.
Thanks, Teresa. Yes, well, this is our 12th annual celebration. This is an opening day, in fact, celebration. And it's an entire month of fun Daffy activities throughout Newport. It started about 12 years ago, and it's grown each subsequent year. And it really celebrates the arrival of 1,350,000 daffodils that are now in bloom throughout Newport.
That's awesome. That's amazing. And how long did it take again from the start of the...
Well, about 15 years ago we started planting. The celebration started 12 years ago.
Okay.
And the whole inspiration for the festivities and the planting daffodils came from Ron. He'll be here at the opening ceremonies a little bit later. And Ron started planting daffodils around Newport. He was a wonderful philanthropist and a landscape architect. And that started, and I joined him about 3 years later, and we came up with the Daffy goal of a daffodilian. Wanted to plant 1 million daffodils here in Newport. Little did we know that was virtually impossible, as we were doing about 20,000 a year.
Yeah.
Until we got the bulb planting machine from Holland.
Oh, okay, that's right. That's right. That's interesting. Yes, I've seen that online, what that looks like. Yeah, that probably helps out.
It's amazing. I think there are only 3 of them in the eastern seaboard, and we have one of them. We donated it to the city of Newport. And what took someone 3 days to plant 20,000 bulbs, a crew of maybe 3 or 4, now we can do that in about half an hour.
Excellent. Excellent.
It's amazing to watch.
Yes. And this is public locations as well as private?
With the machine, it's all public.
All public, okay.
And we need a fairly large space.
Right.
But for private plantings, we give away free bulbs every October. And that's our free daffodil bulb giveaway. This year it'll be October 21st.
Excellent.
And a dozen bulbs given to Newporters. And of course, they plant their particular neighborhoods and front yards, churches, community centers, what have you, schools.
Mm-hmm. Excellent, excellent. So the number that you came up with, the 1,350,000, is a combination of the private and the public locations. Yeah. Excellent. Now, do you have? I know for when you started, you had the goal of 1 million, to reach 1 million.
Right.
Do you have another goal set? Or are you just kind of playing it by ear and see how much we can get?
Well, I'd rather not state another goal, because who knows?
Yeah, hey, you reached.
But we're running out of, in some places, public plantings at least, we're running out of room.
Right.
But we'd like to continue the giveaway every year. I think people look forward to it, and it's really nice. First spring, first sign of spring.
Yes.
And that's why people come out and really enjoy the festivities.
Yeah, this is great. And then for the rest of, well, today we actually have the doggy days, the doggy parade. So
it's a parade.
Parade. I'm sorry. That's right. My mistake. Parade. And I will have some photos to follow this interview as well. So we have the parade, and there's some people that may be in costume as well.
Yes, we have 2 awards: Daffiest Dog.
Okay.
And Daffiest Human Being.
Human being. Okay.
Yeah.
So does that include your? No, you don't.
No.
Okay. Are you judging?
I'm going to be one of the judges.
Awesome. Okay. And then the rest of the month, we also have a lot of storefronts decorate their windows.
Right.
So you're going to have a contest for that as well. There's a bike race or a bike
We call it the Tour de Jonquille, like the Tour de France.
Yes.
And we
Yes.
all dress up in our daffiest outfit and bike around town, taking a look at all the daffodil fields.
Yeah, I'm going to try to get into some first-hand photos. And then we also have, which I have some shots from last year as well, the car parade. And you limit the number of cars for that, or how does that
50
work?
cars
Okay.
is our max, and it always sells out. So if anyone wants to decorate their car, now's the time to enter at the Audrain Automotive Museum.
Oh, so you do have to register ahead of time for that.
Register
Okay.
ahead of time. Yeah,
First
that's a lot of
50.
fun. Right.
Okay. Oh, it is beautiful. Beautiful cars. So I did take a shot of. I was staying at let's see, Ocean Drive. That's where I hit everyone coming around the corner.
That's right.
So
yeah.
I'm gonna
It's
try
quite
to
a
do that again this year.
spectacle.
It is. It
Yeah.
is beautiful with the background of Ocean Drive.
Yeah, if people want to come down and see the cars, it's early Sunday morning, about 8:15 probably. They'll be passing Bellevue Avenue and Memorial right near the Audrain Museum if they want to catch a look.
Right.
That's
right.
the 23rd of April.
Yes.
8:15 Sunday morning.
Yeah, so it's at the beach, and the parking lot is where you'll be starting. So you
Right,
can
First
come
Beach.
and walk on First Beach, walk around, take a look at the cars, and take pictures with the cars, and then race ahead and get your spot and position, and then you can watch the whole parade come by, and then it ends at...
It'll end at Second Beach
Oh,
in
it'll end at
Middletown
Second- okay.
for their Audrain's Cars and Coffee.
Oh,
very
that's what you're
popular
doing this year?
event.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, because I think last year was at Fort Adams.
Right. And this is right.
Yeah.
And of course we're driving Miss Daffodil,
Oh, yes.
Miss Rhode Island.
That's
and
right.
this
That's right. We
outstanding
have our
team.
queen.
So they'll be leading the entourage.
Yes, excellent. So you have, there's just so many different festivities. Again, it's the whole month. And just check this website, the Facebook page, and
Yes.
you can check out all the times.
NewportandBloom.org. Take a look, and then we have a calendar of events and activities. And Newport's just starting to come alive now. They're starting to bloom, and so please come on down and enjoy yourself.
Yes, absolutely. You know, I'm here all year round for whatever the different, whether it be the boat parade or tree lightings. I'm here all the time, or the winter festival. But again, check out online. There's always something happening, and thank you so much for joining us. And hope you can come down this month and check out at least one of the festivities. Again, even if you missed some of the festivities, the windows, the shops are nicely decorated. So come and check it out.
And go Daffy.
Go Daffy! Thank you very much, John.
Teresa. Look serious.
Welcome back, and I hope you enjoyed the interview that I had with John Hirschbach. I enjoyed it, and I got to learn some more about the Daffodil Days and Daffodilian Days, and just adds more to the charm of Newport. And as far as all the activities that we're talking about for Daffodilian Days in Newport, just check with the local Facebook pages on either Daffodil Days or Newport locations, and they'll give you the different dates, because all of these activities happen every year, just at obviously different dates, and you don't want to miss any of them. Okay, we're going to go over a few additional photos I'd love to share with you. And first, we have a photo of one of my clients when I was in Connecticut, and just a gorgeous, gorgeous front yard display of tulips. They love their tulips, and we did this every spring, and we would switch this out and obviously replace them with mums in the fall. But what a beautiful, beautiful display when you drive up the driveway and take a look at that. And then next we have, actually it's the same property, but we would dress up the urns for the different seasons. So this is a nice cascade of some tulips, daffodils, and some overflowing greenery. And then next we have a photo of the green animals, topiary gardens, and this is what it looks like just before the tulips are about to bloom. So you can see how everything's mapped out, and they have a different color scheme every year. It's absolutely stunning. So that's something else you want to check out. And another one of the activities associated with the Daffodil Days is the Daffodil Bike Run. So here we have a photo of John himself with a bike. And then from there, we're going to go to a more local photo, the Veterans Memorial in Taunton, which is a gorgeous display. And again, they use different color themes every year, so it's something to look forward to. And gorgeous, gorgeous photo backdrop too, each year. And then we also have another photo, and this is a photo of John. I actually caught him not intentionally, but caught him at the St. Patrick's Day Parade in Newport this year with some friends, and we were handing out some beads, all dressed in our greenery, and there was John in the parade advertising his Daffodil Days, which I thought was really, really cute, so I had to grab a photo of him, give him a quick hug. And then we've got a few other photos that we will have on my interview with John. And next we have, you can't have a celebration without animals. And these are a few of my buddies that I found in passing here and there downtown in Newport. They do have doggy days. And they will actually have a paw raid. And they will definitely give awards to the cutest costumes. And as you'll see by the next slide, there's another photo op that you can take. Have your photo with your friends to celebrate and say, yes, I was here in Newport for Daffodil Days. And next we have one of the photos of one of the vehicles that was in the car parade. Again, this happens every year, and there's a limited amount of cars that can participate, so you really have to sign up early and get involved. And they usually take a drive along Memorial on to Ocean Drive, and then they'll either end up at different locations, sometimes Second Beach, sometimes at Fort Adams, depending on wherever the car show would be that particular year. But again, very clever. I love the peace sign, and it's really nice to see. It's usually early in the morning, 8 o'clock, but again, it's worth getting up and getting out there to take a look at that. And next we have, again, my buddies, my little buddies, the puppies. So, gotta love all these costumes. And there's some others where you have the owners dressed to match their dogs. So you see so much going on in Newport. Just like these guys, again, more of my buddies. They actually get carted around when they're not hanging out on a bench. And then next, here we're back in local Taunton, again, right outside the City Hall, the gorgeous memorial. And as you can see, there's not that much room for planting on the beds, so each year they actually have to take out the tulips to plant for the different seasons, and then they have to plant again in the fall to get ready for the next spring. So this is something that goes on and on and on, and in another episode when we were speaking with the Park and Rec, he did tell me that they do donate these bulbs to different organizations, so it doesn't go to waste. But again, Taunton's obviously a gorgeous, gorgeous display as well. Several different areas in Taunton, that is. So I hope you enjoyed that section. We are going to be taking a little bit of a change, and we're going to be going to talk about skincare. And something that is important to me and should be important to you, doesn't matter what your age is or how much you love being outdoors, you have to take care of your skin. Whether it be from the sun or from the animals, as far as the bugs and that type of thing, you really need to protect your skin. And I'm putting myself out there, and as you'll see with this next clip, for the sake of enforcing and really showing how important skincare is, we're going to take you over to Maria, and we're going to talk about what we need to do to take care of our skin.
Well, welcome back to Garden Talk with Teresa. And as I mentioned, I am here with Maria Bartholemew of Maria's Skincare. And she was gracious enough to allow us into her studio. And the reason we're here is to go over skincare, and she's going to explain to us how important it is to take care of your skin no matter what time of year it is. And someone is going to be getting a facial, and while she's getting the facial, again, Maria's going to go over all the details. Okay, so in a few seconds I will be on the table.
Go ahead.
And now I'm going to turn it over to Maria. And by the way, I have to say how amazing this is already.
Hello.
So, what is your first step, Maria?
So normally what I would do is I would ask for you to fill out a form, and from there I'd be able to find out what products you're using. So products that I'm using, your year of birth, and by getting the year of birth I'm able to find out what element you are.
Mm-hmm.
So I either do a treatment according to the element, or I do a treatment according to the condition of whatever it is that's going on with the skin.
Okay.
So I'm going to start.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. I'm going to start off by cleansing your skin today.
Okay. And then you had mentioned that you use my information to determine...
Your element.
Right. And what would my element?
Your element happens to be metal, which is fall. And then we have water, which is winter. And then we have wood, which is the season that we're in right now. So I'm going to start cleansing your skin. What this does is it removes impurities, environmental pollutants, and makeup.
So I typically don't wear a lot of makeup, but obviously for the show I'll put on a little bit more than usual. It's already very relaxing. I'm not sure if we mentioned, but this is actually the express facial. Normally it takes how long?
Normally a facial is about an hour, but today it's going to be the speed process.
Just for our viewers.
So cleansing is very important to do morning and evening. Especially in the evening, because that's when the cells are regenerating. And you don't want the environmental pollutants, the makeup, and the oils to go into the pores, because then that's when you start to having problems where clogged pores, fine lines, all those things that we don't want, especially when we're in the aging process.
Yes, yes. I notice being working outdoors, those fine lines tend to come in a lot faster.
Yes.
Exposed to the elements. And one of my issues is I will always wear sunblock when I'm working outdoors. But the problem is I'm working outdoors in the summer in the heat and I sweat a lot. So you're constantly rubbing your face or whatever, and it comes off, and then you have to reapply, and then on top of that with the bug spray, it doesn't make it too pleasant, but I know how important it is because my face can literally hurt with the sun beating down on it. And again, I usually try to wear head protection as well, but yeah, you still have to protect no matter what.
No matter what, winter, spring, summer, or fall. So this is the cleansing portion of the treatment.
Very nice.
Next, I'm going to use an exfoliation. What this is going to do, it's going to remove the dead cells that accumulate. It's very important to exfoliate because as we age, the process goes from every 28 days to maybe 2 months. And so by exfoliating, you're removing the dead cells. It also makes it so that the products that we put onto the skin penetrate into the dermis.
Oh, nice. Nice, that's right, that's right.
And also exfoliation is something that can be done at home at least 2 to 3 times a week.
Like you said, preferably at night? Or?
At night. You could do it in the morning, but I prefer nighttime.
Yeah, usually people have more time at night, I think, than in the morning when you're trying to get ready and rush out the door.
Absolutely.
And also another thing I'd like to point out is that usually you can relax when you're having your facial. I know I'm talking a little bit more because we're trying to share the information with you, but you can typically relax and fall asleep if you want.
Some people do, some people don't. Some people like to talk and figure out what's going on, but other people will just sleep.
And what is it? Can you explain what you put on my belly?
Oh, that is a pillow, and that has, let's see, rice, oatmeal, rosemary, lavender. All of those things together create relaxation. It helps with digestion and it helps with grounding. So it's a nice feature to have at the beginning, especially when someone is nervous. It just makes it so that they're comfortable and relaxed.
It
right
does
away.
feel amazing. The actual table is heated as well, and with this pad pillow on my belly, it's heated too, so this is just completely comfortable.
So I'm also going to be using a tool. It's called the ultrasonic, and what it does is it exfoliates deeper and faster than just a regular product on the skin.
Nice. I'm all for that.
And this is something that's done with every facial.
So it's like a nice cooling feel. And how often would you recommend someone have this treatment come in to have something like this done professionally?
Every 4 to 6 weeks.
And if it's someone who doesn't do it on their own at home, how often? Still be 4 to 6 or
4 to
more
6.
often? Okay.
4 to 6. For this treatment that we're doing here, 4 to 6 weeks. But as far as exfoliation, it should be done 2 to 3 times a week.
Okay.
So again, I'm trying to do the speed. So I get all the steps. You can see all the steps.
And you may not be able to hear, but there's some very relaxing music. Is there anything that you suggest or specific music that you play?
I usually play spa music, but sometimes depends on the client. Sometimes I'll ask the client, is there anything in particular you'd like to hear? Most of the time they just want to hear spa music. Something that's just going to take them away and relax. And when you come into the bed, everything is about relaxation.
Everything's connected, so even though our focus today is skin, but it's all connected. Body, soul.
Yeah. Skin is the largest organ of the body. You have to protect it by drinking lots of water as well. You should take your body weight, divide that in half, and that's how many ounces of water we should drink per day.
Good to know.
Not that I do that myself.
I was going to say, I'm very bad with that, but I try. I am trying.
I don't always practice what I preach, but I do preach. Next, I'm using a product. It's Algoderm, and that's the ingredient that's in the product. And what it does is it brings the circulation to the surface. Whenever you bring in circulation to the surface, you're oxygenating the cells from the inside out. It's a part of the treatment that I use instead of using steam, because for me, I find that steam further dehydrates the skin. So I've been doing it this way for probably 23 years. Yeah. And then I'm going to also use a serum to further the oxygenation portion. And you're going to feel it a little heated, but that's okay. It's essential oils that are in it that synergistically create that heat.
It smells amazing. What is is there a specific scent?
The essential oils are eucalyptus,
Okay.
algae, vitamin E, so this is the treatment that I would put on the skin prior to doing extractions, but we're not going to be doing extractions today because of time.
Right.
How's that feel?
It feels awesome. It feels it's kind of tingly.
Yeah.
Tingly. Yeah. So I love the scent too. It's very outdoorsy. Right up your alley.
Right so next I would do, what I'm going to do is just give you a quick massage on your hands.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Your hand.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely, because we know my hands get abused.
We're using some jojoba and some essential oils.
Okay. This actually brings me back to cosmetology days. We'll say back in the 80s, when I went to school, we learned all about it's not just about hair. Everything, again, is connected. So it's skin care, it's the hand massage, the arms, everything is related. So.
And as soon as someone starts to touch someone's skin, you release oxytocin, which just automatically relaxes the person.
Yeah, touch is important.
Yep.
I think I probably take more care of my plants than I do myself. Yeah, as far as water, they get more water than I do, you know. They get more vitamins than I do, you know, the nutrients, and it's awful.
This is just a reminder that you have to take care of yourself.
Exactly. And say about the shoemaker.
Yeah.
Shoemaker's family's the last, so yeah. Yeah. Myself last.
Not anymore.
No. It ends here, right now. I have witnesses. And I totally forgot about this. I didn't expect to get this. Yeah, this is part of a massage. I mean, the facial. So this is really
A bonus.
a nice surprise. Yes. It's still tingling. It's really nice. Yeah.
Again, normally it stays on longer.
Yeah, and this is definitely something to do year round. Like we were talking earlier, when I'm doing fall cleanups or out in the wintertime checking on properties, the sun is still out there, and it's not just sun, it's wind too. And when that air is whipping your face, you can get windburn, sunburn just from the wind.
Yes.
It's
Yeah,
get inside, you feel the
you
difference.
have to put on your serums, you have to put on your moisturizers.
Absolutely.
If you don't, especially in the wintertime, you feel it. The skin starts to get dry, irritated, sensitized.
And even being indoors with the heat on, that absolutely dehydrates even more. One of those people that always has to be either near the outdoors or be able to see the outdoors or connect to it somehow, whether it be with plants or the ocean. It's just, even when I worked in an office for years, I had to have plants on my desk. If I didn't have a window, forget about it. The more plants I needed in my area, because it just needed the greenery, and that was long before I started landscaping. So it was just a part of me, being outdoors.
So the next step would be extractions, but we're not going to do that. So I'm going to use the serum, and it's wood, and that's for the season that we're in. And it just so happens that your element is also wood, so it's a win-win.
Appropriate.
So wood serums help with pigmentation, sensitivity, and hydration. Prepares the skin for summer. So I'm also going to use that ultrasonic, but instead of for the exfoliation setting, I'm going to use it for the penetration. And this will help the skin stay hydrated as well.
And is that what makes it reach deeper into
Yes,
the dermis?
absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Nice.
collagen and the elastin reside.
Right.
And as we age, that starts to break down. And all of the things that I do stimulate the collagen and elastin, so it gives it the more youthful appearance to the skin. Anti-aging.
All for it.
It also stimulates the lymphatic system.
And the benefits for that would be?
Stimulates the collagen and elastin.
Okay.
It helps the skin to depuff. Lifting effect on the skin.
I was one of those people that thought, my skin bounces back from sun damage, and I was a sun worshiper with the baby oil and the whole bit as a kid.
Me too.
And never really got sunburned or anything like that, but as you get older, and like as I have now, you get the sunspots and everything that starts showing up years later.
Absolutely. The sunspots could be from when you were a kid.
Absolutely.
Just keeps on sloughing up to the surface and shows itself as we age.
Right, and not just on the face either.
Everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah. Although when you're younger, you don't want to hear it, and you think you're invincible, and you think you have time to take things serious later, but it's important.
It's important to do it now, whatever age you are.
Exactly.
It's never too late, or it's never too early.
I have friends or neighbors that just had a baby, and they love walking. They're very outdoorsy. They love going for long walks. And when they had the baby, guess what? She's weeks old and she's already outdoors going for walks. Yes, so they have her in a stroller, him in the stroller. And again, when the child, starts getting older, he's going to have that love for the outdoors. And
Absolutely.
even as an infant, he's going to have to start, dealing with some kind of a sunblock, or because of all the exposure to the elements. But it's great to get him outdoors so early, but again, you're in the sun too, so that's something that you have to think about.
So this next part here is the part where I do facial, clavicle, and neck massage. Again, anytime you're touching the skin, it's very relaxing, but it's also stimulating the lymphatic, because that's what we're doing, is we're moving the lymphatic, which is underneath the skin. Again, this is going to be a quick little massage.
Normally, how long does this portion take?
10 minutes.
10 minutes, yeah. Which is a good amount of time.
Yeah. So I'm going to ask you to take a nice deep breath, inhaling with your nose. Exhale. Inhale again. Exhale. One last time. And exhale. That's called inhalation therapy. Brings more oxygen to your brain. Nice and relaxing.
With all the aroma, it's really nice. Really nice.
And it's all pure essential oils that are combined with carrier oils. Nothing's neat. It's in a carrier oil, so that it's okay for your skin. It's good for your skin, actually. So this will be the quick version, okay?
You have to remind me that we're still taping. I might fall asleep on you.
Many times it's happened. The client will wake up and say, "Was I just snoring?" Nope.
So question, if someone doesn't have much time, or they only have a limited amount of time for a skincare routine, what would you say would be the most important
As far as
pieces to
morning
do?
or nighttime?
Steps? Either, if it's a morning routine or a night routine.
Absolutely a cleanser, a serum, and a moisturizer, and your SPF in the morning. Always.
Yeah, absolutely. SPF, yeah.
Always, always, always.
And the same for the evening without the SPF?
Without the SPF, yeah.
And what we'll do too is we'll have some of these steps available on the Facebook page so that you can refer to it after the program. But hopefully you're taking notes of your own, getting all this down. But I'd say it's better to come down and get it done yourself.
So this is the basic treatment. And then from there, depending on what the person's issues are, what they're looking to achieve would be something that we would do for further treatments. If they wanted something more anti-aging, something that's more catered to whatever it is that they're looking to change.
Okay. So yeah, this is basic, and then so if I came in here with an issue and said, oh, I have a problem with this, I'd like to get rid of this, or this is irritating me, that you would basically focus on that. Just like a body massage, if I had a certain area that was bothering me, that's what you would focus on.
Correct.
Okay, okay. So this is the general overall.
This is what I usually do for everyone that comes in. This way they get to feel the touch and also the products and the energy of the person, you know? We can have two estheticians doing the same exact thing, but someone will go to me versus that one, and it's just energy.
I know for me, having a hard time relaxing, this is almost being forced to relax because your touch is it's strong, but yet it's soft, and it's soothing, so it causes me to let go and want to relax. So that's definitely a benefit of.
So for most people, it's to remove yourself from the outside world and just to be in your own space and relax. That's the time. 1 hour you take for just yourself.
Right.
So
and
next,
I give more than that to my plants.
next I would do the finishing mask, and in this case we're going to do wood.
Okay.
Again, it helps with the pigmentation, hydration, sensitivity. Give me 1 second, I gotta get that. It's a little thing I forgot to bring out.
And this is just the whole experience. It's hard to explain, obviously, because you're not here and you can't tell the aroma, but the bed is nice and warm, you're relaxed, the pillow is nice and warm, with the relaxing music, and again, the sense of the aromas and the
Works with
essential
your
oils is
senses.
just, it does. If you come in here with something on your mind, you have to let it go because you're focusing on something totally different. Or I should say, it takes your focus away. So.
That's why I decided to do skincare, because I had a facial when I was 15. And I had the facial, and after the facial, I remember being on Mass Ave in Cambridge and saying to myself, this is what I'm going to do. I want to make sure that I do this for everyone, not just people that are affluent, or I want everyone to be able to feel this like I feel. And so here I am, 23 years later.
Nice. They say when you do something you love, it's not work.
No, it's not.
That's how I feel about what I do.
See? I tell my kids all the time, find something you love and do it.
It took me a while to find it, but it was a hobby of mine, and it's just something I grew up with, and I didn't focus on it as a career. You know, it was more of a hobby. I didn't look at it that way until one day, you know, situations happen, and it's like a lightning bolt. And when you make that decision, you know it's right, and then there's no going back. So, yeah. Do what you love, and then the rest will fall in place.
It's relaxing for me as well, not just the client.
Right, because you have to focus on what you're doing and let go of whatever is on your mind as well.
It's therapy.
It's almost like a painter, but this is your canvas.
Absolutely.
So now I'm covered in my wood mask. Okay.
You're nice and green.
Nice and green. Okay, lovely. Actually, green shows my eyes. Do my eyes stand out a little bit more? Now, how often or how long does this usually stay on?
Probably 15 minutes.
15 minutes. Okay. Yeah. And does it harden? Does it stay?
No,
okay,
it stays
so it
moist. Yeah.
And what is the purpose of the mask? Is it pulling out? Is
no,
it hydrating?
It's hydrating.
Okay.
It's hydrating.
Okay.
Again, it helps with the pigmentation, helps with hydration, it helps with sensitivity as well.
Okay. Okay. And are there different masks for different things, or is it typically
different masks?
Okay.
So this one in particular was the one I decided to do for the element that we're in, which is spring.
Right.
And it happens to be your element as well, according to your chart. There's different ones. There's Earth, which is 18 days before each season, and that's for detoxing, and that color is yellow. There's Red, which is fire, which is the season we're going to come into next, and that helps with hydration as well. They all do, but that one helps with circulation, redness. Let's see, wood is the one we have on, and then there's water, which is for winter. Very, very hydrating. It helps with the tone of the skin as well. And metal is for fall, and that is helps to remineralize the skin.
Great, great, excellent.
So do you want to go ahead and have me take it off, or you want to keep this on?
Sure. We're going to actually go to a quick break, and Maria's going to do the rest of her thing, and we will be right back.
I'm a veteran. My victory was admitting I had PTSD and getting help.
As America's veterans face challenges, DAV is there.
I no longer see it as a weakness, but as a sign of strength. I call it post-traumatic growth.
DAV provides a lifetime of support, helping veterans of every generation get the benefits they've earned.
I am a veteran. I lost both legs in Vietnam.
Every year, DAV helps more than 1 million veterans so they can reach victories great and small.
My victory was getting my benefits and a good education.
I'm a veteran. When I got out, I felt like nowhere was safe. My victory was finding the help I needed.
But there's more to be done, and more victories to be won.
Thanks to DAV, now I feel like I'm human again.
Help support more victories for veterans. Go to DAV.org.
I had to leave my parents. I had to move schools. I don't know anyone here. Everything keeps changing. Why is this happening to me? I'm sure glad you're here.
Change a child's story. There's a child in foster care waiting for a volunteer like you. Learn how you can help at casaforchildren.org.
Welcome back, and I hope you enjoyed our talk with Maria on her skincare. She is a pro. Just a few more tips on planting bulbs. Obviously, spring bulbs like your daffodils and tulips and those type of things, you have to plant them in the fall to come up in the springtime. But you can still add to your garden by planting some bulbs in the spring that'll bloom a little bit later on. You have calla lilies that come in different colors, Canna are beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. They're more of a leafy type of a plant, but they do have a flower. Dahlias are gorgeous, gladiolas. So there's a lot of things that you can plant to come up a little bit later in the season. The only thing is you will have to dig these up and dry them out, and then basically store them for the winter time and then plant them again in the summertime, or actually late spring. So some people aren't willing to do the work, some people are, and they do multiply and grow in the ground. So each year when you do dig them up, you're going to find that you have more substantial bulbs, and you can actually split those and you'll have more and more to plant. Again, that's just something that some people may be into, and some people it might be a little bit too much work. But besides that point, a couple of other events that are going to be coming up. Again, it's going to be different every year, but these events come up every year. There are the secret garden tours. Newport has secret garden tours. They used to have them in the spring and in the fall. Just check, again, the local Facebook pages and the websites to find out when the dates are of those. I know the spring one's coming up in June for Newport. And there's also Daffodil Day events at a lot of the different garden centers and gardens around the state. In Massachusetts and Rhode Island, obviously, now would be peak time. So check those out. Gorgeous, especially with the spring break coming up. And another thing also with Aggie, Bristol Aggie has a spring fair, and they will be having vendors. They have a band. They usually have a radio station there as well. So there's vendors, there's something for everyone. It's a family event. They'll have tree climbing exhibitions for the kids, and some of the kids will get to do some of the tree climbing, and that's coming up soon. So again, check the Bristol Aggie website and for those dates. And again, great event for the family. There'll be plant sale as well, so the floricultural area will be selling some plants. So again, there's a little bit of everything for everyone. You can't tour the entire facility. It's more of a fair in a specific area. So that would be later on in the year. But a great thing to check out, especially hopefully the weather's going to be beautiful for that. So in closing, thank you so much for staying tuned and watching the episode. We switched things up a little bit with going inside with the skincare. Hopefully you're okay with that. We can't do everything outdoors as much as we would love to. But again, any questions, concerns, any topics that you'd like me to go over, you can reach me through Facebook, through my Facebook page. I also have a YouTube channel, so any of the shows or the videos that you see here will eventually be on my YouTube channel as well. And you can reach me through my email, which would be gardentalkwithteresa@gmail.com, or through the website, through the Facebook pages. Okay, again, great. Thank you for having me, and thank you for viewing, and I look forward to talking to you again.